Alrighty, good evening, everyone, and welcome to the 13th View Podcast, The Briefing Room. This is episode 34, Access Denied to the Hummus. I'm Captain Takeda Hideyoshi, the company commander, and the 13th call sign Lotus Actual.
I am Captain Dubs, the commanding officer of Tuma.
First Sergeant Yogi, the senior enlisted advisor.
I'm Master Sergeant Ace, admin enlisted advisor.
Alrighty then, so we're kicking off our 34th episode, which is also kind of nuts thinking about in the moment because that is, well, between all the space and time between all the other episodes, we're almost hitting a year and a half, 2 years doing this
2 years.
kind of thing? Yeah. Holy crap. Yeah, dude, that's fucking nuts. In some recent unit updates, nothing's really new, crazy going on. Sadly, we did have Crow. He sadly is retiring from the unit. Just some IRL things we got to focus in on. Nothing new there. We're not, going through the motions, right? Big sad. We're going to see if we can hold a retirement ceremony the 27th, but that totally depends on if he can make it or not. If he can or can't make it, I'm not sure if we should hold it either way. I'll leave that discussion for the command team, but I guess we'll go from there. This Friday's training event is going to be a platoon-focused training event, so all the elements will focus on, finer platoon applications and things of that nature. Still reviewing the possible senior leaders packet between new sergeants or SNCOs, so that's still to come. But yeah, that's really all I've got. Dubs, you got any other updates?
Not a whole lot from the Tuma side of the house. There's some rumblings going about Tuma Command and the deck comms. I believe we're exploring the viability of utilizing the Ospreys. So
That'll be pretty cool. Get a new asset out there that people haven't seen.
Yeah, see how that goes and how reliable people are with flying it, given VTOL and all that stuff. So we'll get that dialed in and see if it's viable or not, and then if so, y'all will be flying around in a Osprey.
It'll be loud.
It'll be super loud, like probably louder than the Chinook.
Where are your earplugs?
Honestly, I would make a case. Ace, you and I could talk about it, but I would make a case putting in an S4 request for the electronic hearing protection that's in the arsenal.
I have no idea what that is. You're going to have to show me. I know what it is in real life. I just don't know what that is in game. So we're going to have to look at that.
But other than that, nothing else from the Tuma side of things.
All right. White? Okay. Yogi?
Got with Foon and, well, can't get Venom at the moment, but I got with Foon about getting the basic steps for that senior leaders course set up so we have like a basic outline built. We're going to start poking at it and fleshing it out in a bit, but it's being worked on.
Ace?
I don't have too much other than Veeb's making the website that is soon to come. I don't have very many details on that, but he's working on it, and he's still mixing with some bot commands and all that. I woke up to 18 pings
we all did
the other night because he was fucking around with his commands that get sent to my office. So man, he's still working on all that jazz. Other than that, business as usual.
Righty. With that being said, we'll go ahead and kick the other part of the podcast off here, and that is going over the surveys from last week. It's been a little bit, but we've gotten a couple of good questions throughout. There was a absolute mega load of surveys, mainly because it was forced, but love it, see it, hate it, whatever. We'll go from there.
There definitely were some responses in there that were made under duress, and it was kind of funny.
It was absolutely funny, 100%. I'm not gonna deny it. All right. Do.
Questions and talking points at that.
I can't really click on these to expand them. Oh yeah, I can't like view the whole question. I'm just looking at it. I can't view anything.
If you click on it, you can read it in that top bar.
I don't have that.
Should have it as editor.
All three. I am physically clicking on the box and nothing is happening. And I've reset my screen and re-clicked the link.
God damn it.
I got it. So first one. I got your things when you if you want. I got them.
Just find one. It's gonna be so hard for me to try to
I'll just do top
figure
down.
out what.
Yeah, I'll do top down. Okay. First question. What was the unit like when it was first created?
So when the unit was first created, answered this one a few times. Realistically, it was me and 4 other dudes. Had a falling out with most of them because Arma be drama and shit. Had some. There were God. The differences between the start of the unit versus now. We didn't have an NCO pipeline. There wasn't an NCO program. There was just here's a 20-question paper, and if you pass this written paper test, you're an NCO. It was super simple, super streamlined. We had guys make corporal within like a few weeks, a month, like on average. It wasn't as probably stringent and intimidating as it is now, which is ideal because you don't want mediocre like junior leaders. It's just not good for any organization to have something like that.
Yeah.
In terms of the admin, for the first year and a half, I did 100% of the admin for the most part. It didn't matter where it was. I would find a random corpsman. They would like write up some random document. I'd be like, yeah, this looks good. But for the most part, like the BCTs, the SOIs, any of the old SOPs, CQB documents, I fucking wrote almost every single one of those old documents. So in terms of the capability, strength, and growth of the unit, like being able to be a CO and not have to have my hand all in different cookie jars and like being able to delegate appropriately and effectively is like, it's nuts thinking about it on the broader scale. I mean, going from a 5-man crew to a 60-man crew in a 4-year time span with like really good intellectual junior, senior, and upper leadership, and just general good membership from the lower enlisted, right? Night and day, I would say, from the start of the unit up until now. The beginning of the unit was very, very different aspirations. I mean, we believed like, by the end of the year, we're going to have 300 members. Haha, no. So, Arma is a bitch, and sadly, we just don't cater to 95% of the populace, which is always looking for Delta or Rangers or SEAL team. Call it what you will, but I mean, I'm glad we are where we are, and I honestly can't wait for the future because that's when we switch over to Arma 4. It's going to be a fucking awesome time. I think that's about the summary of my answer. If any of you other guys want to chip in on this, I know obviously I was at the start, but I think hearing from like the Tuma point of view when you came in, Dubs, would be cool as well.
Yeah, so unit was made and started in February of 22. I came in September of 22. Yeah, Riptide came in August, I came in September. Things with the unit aside, like even just night and day, like all of the documents and the trainings and the capabilities that we have and utilize didn't exist back then. Like, we didn't, thinking just off the cuff, like R9Xs, like we didn't have those, 4 years ago, 3.5 years ago. It was always weighing risk of, all right, well, something high explosive, hopefully we don't destroy anything unintended. And now we have the R9Xs, which are a purely kinetic weapon, and we can get those into a lot, tighter spaces and, densely populated or densely built up civilian infrastructure, stuff like that. And then the assets that we have, like back then it was just the F-35 A-10 and the F-18 and the Super and Warhorse, and that was it. And then we broadened our horizons, looked at different assets. We got fire wheels involved, and then we got hatchet involved, and it slowly but surely evolved into what it is now. And the capabilities that we have are never ending, really. We have an asset for every type of scenario that we could be presented with, even dropping nukes. Done that twice. Went through.
Fucking Shadow in the chat. Back in my day, we had no fancy ass bot. We had to check for calls by pulling up the spreadsheet.
Yep.
Hey,
LOAs,
I had to really do that.
LOAs and requisitions and anything in my office, you had to fill out a fucking Google form and then put it in my office, and then I had to go put it into a drive.
Fuck, dude. Oh my god. White, what about you? Your start with everything when you joined the unit. White?
I guess white guys.
White's dead.
So, no, I'm here. I had my
oh,
mic
welcome
muted
back.
because my dogs were barking.
Oh, good.
When I first took over, Corman was a mess. Their documents were
Loaded, for lack of better words.
Yeah.
Make sure you turn the music down a bit on the stream, because Reaper in chat said it was too loud.
Yeah, I already did.
Oh, okay. Just making sure. Anyway, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, it was a mess. But luckily now we've got everything, after trial and error over the last few years, we've got it to where it's actually decent now. There's room.
Hell yeah.
There's always room for improvement. So, all right.
Still loud, right?
How's that for you now, Reaper?
All right, Yogi, you want to go?
Sure. I joined about a year after the unit started. That was rough. Like every unit that's about a year old, they got some things put together and some things not so much. The unit succeeded purely out of the fact that it wasn't just one guy doing everything. Cap is very good about, oh, this guy has a good idea, let me hear him out, and then if it was good and it worked well, it was implemented. And over the course of the past 3 years, that's how it's been running, and that's why the unit's been steadily getting better and better and better at every little tiny thing, But as far as how it was when I joined, I don't want to say the ops haven't changed too much, but the quality of op has stayed the same throughout. It's always been strong. There's good ops and there's bad ops, but it's strong overall. The quality of people has gone up. Like every unit that goes around for a few years, the bad apples tend to leave or get themselves kicked out, and the better people tend to stick around. Got a lot of retired, but people got lives. But the units at this point has never been stronger, in my opinion.
Yeah, you're demoted. Oh, we lost Stubbs. Stubbs,
He probably
speak, you fool.
got home.
Oh, okay. Dubs, just raise your hand when you want to speak again. Is that how you had, Yogi?
Yeah.
All right. Ace, what about you, baby boy? Baby girl?
Oh man.
Tell us your history, man.
Um.
Come on, man.
Yeah, I know. When I joined with the ambition only squad lead, and by the time I made it to corporal and was a team leader, I fucking hated every other squad and team leader in the unit. What
What a good guy.
Story.
what a fucking E8. Shadow recruited you. Yeah, that'll never go away. He will
Yep,
always
Shadow.
bring that shit up, dude.
Yep, Shadow did in fact recruit me. But yeah, no, when I joined, I definitely had a lot of ambition and all that, and wasn't minding rubbing people the wrong way. It wasn't intentional. It's just I wanted what I wanted. Then a whole February thing happened. Definitely changed my mindset with all that. Got what I wanted, became a squad leader, and then kind of just went from there. I would say the way the unit was definitely a lot different now. It was a lot more of hey, fuck you guy, rather than let me help you out kind of deal, especially in the NCO Corps. Because then it was kind of not dog eat dog, but there was definitely more incentive to fuck with the people below you than there is now. Not incentive, but
incentive?
No, not incentive. Like kind of that was the stigma at the time, because it would be like NCO boards back then. It would be like ask them this retarded fucking question that they're not gonna get the answer to. But you
They
still
were very
end up having
wild.
them.
Those NCO boards were. There was like no like monitoring of it. Like
Yeah,
there was some like monitoring, but like the questions were outlandish. Like
or
hypotheticals that would just never would happen.
Or the most minute kind of weirdest shit. I got asked what floor color smokes do we use in the unit. I can't imagine that being asked on an NCO board today.
An SNCO board? That's something you can ask on the board totally.
NCO board.
Still that's something we can ask totally.
Yeah, but I mean, well, for certain sections, but that was like the majority of it.
Yeah.
So a lot of people are just not as helpful to everyone. That was really every man for himself. But then after February, that whole kind of attitude and all that shit changed. So everyone kind of had to come together, and we didn't really have many NCOs. I think there was like a month there that I was the only NCO that was active. So yeah, that was pretty cool.
Fucking dubs.
What is the highest enlisted rank in the unit? General. Oh my god.
That was fucking before me. Shit.
Classic.
But yeah, it's definitely a lot different from then. It's a lot more friendly people. It's more of like people compared it to like a brotherhood and whatever, family, and I agree. It's not like, oh, I just play video games with this guy. It's like, oh, I fuck with this dude. So it's definitely a lot better. The culture and everything about it.
Hell yeah, dude.
It's my TED talk.
I will say this: the SNCO stuff is different because when I became an SNCO, I got a DM from Cap saying, "Hey, are you available to get on game real quick?"
That's what happened to me.
That was it.
Yeah. The old SNCO boards were very much like a hey guy, check it out.
Yeah, here I am.
I mean, back then,
You're not in trouble, but I'm gonna make you feel like you're in trouble.
Yeah,
back then it was just, oh, we thought someone's ready for SNCO. Come here for a 4-question
picked.
board or a 4-question.
Now it's a much more involved process as it fucking should
Yeah.
be. But
Like I really thought I was getting NJP or some shit, and I had no idea why.
I remember I got
Really,
told.
just the Crips and Bloods out here, bro. Just get your lumps. Get your.
I remember when it happened to me. I think y'all told me it was my NCCO board, and I was like, "Shit, this is about to be easy," and I passed. So
I'm glad your arrogance has never faded.
nope.
Sorry, guy, bro. Don't worry, Ace.
That's why we put up with the aces because your arrogance.
Yeah.
Cool though.
Get
That's
demoted. All right. Next question, Yogi. Goddamn, I didn't realize how long we spent on that one question. That was a long one, though.
We're talking about 4 years.
Yeah.
This one's for a guest. Can't do that one yet. Why no flip ups?
Cause no. Next. And because it bothers Rock. Next.
This one is literally just more backstory on the history of the unit. Depends on how much you want to go into that. Sorry, the question is, give some more backstory on the history of the unit. I quote, I may have missed the question, but I want to know more.
I think we've hit a lot of history between the five of us, so sadly we will skip that one for this podcast.
Yep, that's what I was thinking. All right.
I don't feel like explaining the February incident again.
Does pineapple? Yes, we know you're the hero. Does pineapple belong on pizza?
No, it's fucking wrong. It's disgusting.
I wouldn't.
Why is it yes? That's the quote there.
Disgusting.
Whoever submitted that question, you're objectively wrong.
Yes, they are.
I would say that it doesn't belong on there, but it's okay. It's all right.
I think it is the most.
It's tolerable.
So,
I'm not.
Why are you putting cheese on a pineapple, bro, with tomato sauce? What is wrong with you?
All right, there is only
you're
two. There are two exceptions to why pineapple being on pizza: Hawaiian pizza and barbecue pizza. That is the only two reasons why you should have pineapple on pizza.
Absolutely disgusting. The clip that's playing right now, that marine unit that's getting surrounded, that's how I feel about that fucking pineapple on pizza. It should be surrounded and destroyed. Absolutely cooked.
All right, next
Also,
question,
Shadow,
Yogi.
these breaks in between each clips, they're too long.
Yeah, whoever
Feedback from 2 years ago.
Yeah, whoever recommended the question or put this question in, maybe grab your fucking first line, maybe I'm office in 15 minutes.
It's not even Hawaiian, it's Canadian. Shut up, Cyber, it doesn't matter, it's wrong.
Canadian? What?
Okay.
Fuck's Canadian?
No, it's Hawaiian.
Oh, Hawaiian cock.
Worst op fail.
Oof.
Oh, I remember this. Definitely the one where we went in.
I'll let one of y'all go first. I don't care who, just pick.
Fuck you. But honestly, yeah. Well, I've only ever done one where I led, so failed one, and that was my first ever leading op. So I'd say the worst one was the one where Mattis was ground commanding, and I don't remember what happened exactly with the intel report, but I think the recon was done. The intel report was just never written. So on this MIAC, I think it was just like, okay, yeah, go there, and here is the objectives on the map. And that is all we had to go on.
Mm-hmm.
And because there was no intel for us and all that, I think the op was made for us to fail. So we just got overran and all killed because we didn't do the intel, or because someone didn't write that up.
Tell you what, though, we've never had an op like it since.
Yeah.
Fucking unit learned its fucking lesson.
The worst
And
one
that was on Takistan.
The worst one that I can recall, I don't remember where it was, but it was like trench warfare, and it was just horrible.
Oh, Snake Island. That wasn't a fail though.
Yeah, it was.
No, it wasn't.
No, it
Yeah.
wasn't.
The first one that we did, it was mission failure.
I mean, back on like Serrano.
Yeah,
But Snake Island was.
there was the first time that we said that I did trench warfare, and we didn't have enough corpsmen, and we reached our
As
death cap.
usual.
We reached our death cap quick as fuck because we couldn't find people.
Yeah, I think that was the same op. No, like not joking around. That Ace led and tried to call fucking Steel Rain on pretty much our fucking heads.
Yeah, I don't think it's.
and that was like one of like Bandit's first ops. I had to fucking tell him, no, that's not happening. That will kill us.
Well, to be fair, I didn't call Steel Rain on us. I called it on a grid. So
Yeah, a grid like 200 meters south, which would have definitely killed us.
well, it didn't matter anyway. The artillery isn't what got us. Somebody just got hit from afar. Got
Yes,
too
but-
close. and Got engaged.
but
So it wasn't even the
it would've.
artillery.
It would have
Yeah.
killed half of the fucking unit.
So Ace said his, White said his. What about you, Yogi?
Worst op fail? I think it was that one. I think it was just we were so fucking close and shit got fucking hairy. Artillery definitely hit friendlies and definitely killed some of them in that. That one sucks. The most recent one where the whole op went well except for some fucking retired guy shooting the fucking HVT. That sucks. Just not much you can do about it. I think I that one hurts the most because it's like whole op went well. We just fucking shot the one fucking dickhead that we wanted to keep alive.
I think for me, I don't remember if it was an op fail after. Actually, I think it was. It was the second or first mission on NAMF Winter. We were flying in on a super, on a warhorse. The whole company was in this one warhorse while the fleet was bombing the fuck out of the airfield and the mountainside. And we got hit by an AA piece, and everyone died. I think 25 people died all at once, with a few survivors.
It was before my time.
And I don't remember. I feel like I had Dubs flip a coin on whether or not it should count, because the op literally just started. But all I remember, yeah, Cyber remembers what I'm talking about. The first Panseer, it just knocked us out of the sky. Like, we were just cooked, and we went over threshold by like 7 in one hit. So I don't think we counted it because we obviously continued the op because we were like, oh, okay, we're not gonna just. All right, thanks for coming, everybody. It's been 30 minutes. Good luck. But no, I think for me that was probably like the worst event ever. Was just having the whole company in one bird like that. It was fucked. Yeah, NAMP was definitely the unit finding itself 100%. All right, next question.
What are your thoughts and decision-making process on the NCO pipeline, and how was it formed? For this, I'm gonna imagine they're talking about the entirety of the pipeline and not just the NCO section of it.
Yeah, go ahead.
Just me?
Do you want to answer it, or do you want me to answer it? You could go either way.
Well, I mean, I'll be honest. You go ahead and start because I was not there for when it formed. I've helped evolved it, but not when it formed.
Are they asking for like the history of it?
They're asking what your thoughts and what were your thoughts and decision making process on the pipeline and how you formed it. So how does it So I guess you're the expert there on how it formed and
Fair
how it came
enough.
about.
So when it came to the creation of the pipeline, the original leadership pipeline, it definitely wasn't as long and stringent as it is now. Obviously, with all the separation between corpsmen and infantry and mechie and Tuma and all these different pipelines from, fire team lead, the separation between a fire team leader versus an NCO versus a detachment commander versus a section commander. The NCO pipeline was, after the February incident that everyone hears about, basically the unit's fucking Horus Heresy event. There was just like a wave of realization of a make or break moment where we need, obviously in hindsight, it makes sense in hindsight, but in the moment it was the saying in the U.S. military is that the NCOs are the backbone of any like leadership, any organization. They are the backbone. Senior leadership is good, command leadership is great, but what makes the U.S. super defining in its combat capabilities tactically and morally is its NCOs, because that's their first line of leadership. That is the first members' contact with, genuine leadership, because those are guys that they work with all the time and that are right above them, and they have to be cognizant and competent. And that first year of the unit, I mean, we were just handing out ranks left, right, and center. People were quote unquote earning it, but the standards they're just completely different compared to where they are now. And it was
start.
And taking that standard into consideration, it was kind of where this whole concept of the pipeline was born. Now, the pipeline from 2022 to now, they are absolutely completely different. In terms of the breakdown, I can't honestly tell you all the changes because there's just no way. There's been so many changes that I just couldn't remember it all. The only thing I can say is baseline is the first ever NCO pipeline was, here's 20 questions, answer it, congrats, you're an NCO. To, there's now a 9-step process? What is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, there's a 10-step process technically, right? And I guess the breakdown of it for us, after taking all of those February events into consideration, just mediocre bullshit leadership that basically were traitors to the unit, and redefining it to not only make sure that we had committed leadership, like people who were committed to it, because it's a lot of shit to commit to, but also people who were actually proficient and capable, right? You have your AMC, which is your intro course to what it means to be a junior leader of the unit, which covers the full basis of, how do comms work, how do formations work, who does this, who does what, battle drills, and even ending on the point of like understanding people and their nature, because obviously at the end of the day, we're not the real military. So you always have to, it's super easy for me to be like, well, I'm the captain because I say so. And that's fine for certain situations, but the reality in Milsim, there's a lot of
politics.
Politics, yeah, that'd be the proper word for it. Yeah, it would be just, it's politics, because I could totally just be that kind of a dickhead, and there's plenty of other units that run themselves like that. That's perfectly fine, but those units normally don't last too long, and if they do last long, it's never going to be the same people ever, right? But that's the integration of AMC. Then you have AMT, which kind of gets a lot of flack sometimes because people are like, well, why wouldn't you spend longer to train people? And the reality is, I don't want our guys wasting our time. It is meant to be a trial by fire. Like, hey, here's your AMC. We're going to teach you some basic blatant shit. We're going to throw you into the fire pit and see if you have what it takes mentally. And if we haven't wasted anyone's time, perfect, they quit. And if they're like, hey, I want to do this more, perfect, there's no loss for the unit that way. They pass their AMT, and then you go through the breakdown of they go through their mount and CQB trainings to make sure that they're proficient in close quarters combat and mount, and then followed by like, hey, you need to also be a teacher. You need to be a mentor. So we tell them you need to instruct a BCT and SOI, either with a new member or with a member of 7, so that they have like training in their belt. So they're not just combat leaders, but also effective instructors. And that leads them to their promotion period to Lance Corporal, followed by their admin course, which is just covering the general basic admin across the unit. From there, you have your unit's preparatory board, which is just prepping you like a mini board for the NCO board. Because believe it or not, whether you're 16 or 45, people get nervous or scared, even through a little video game. And it's always kind of a little funny thing to realize, like, damn, I didn't think I was going to be nervous. I've heard that so many times on a board, like, I don't know why I was so anxious for this, blah, blah, blah. And I think the preparatory board really helps, like, break the anxiousness, because it also trains people on what to prepare for. Then you have your written tests, where you sit down with dubs. You go over more general unit knowledge and information and SOPs. And that leads you to the actual NCO board with more in-depth questions, the actual grading testing period, and then that leads into your actual promotion as an NCO, whether that's a corporal or an HM3. Sorry for the bit of a run-on here, but that's kind of the general gist I had for it. I don't know if you had any other things you wanted to touch on, Yogi.
It's kind of funny you brought up the whole AMT thing. I was talking with Venom the other day about, I guess, extending just like the AMT process to, instead of one op, it's multiple ops. You know, of 2 ops are they just shadow and they're just a slotted ATL. You know, for the entire time, and the TL is, you know, pretty much teaching them and training them and showing, you know, kind of what to do when and where. And then, you know, one op would be, you know, they'd be in charge of a team, and then, you know, but kind of not that heavy-handed, but like, you know, kind of having their handheld of like, cool, you know, what do we do here? What do we do here? You know, where, you know, what are the, you know, what was last comm, you know, on you know, 3-1, where are your guys, right? You know, where can we have this, you know, this machine gun looking, right? You know, kind of like coaching him, you know, while he's leading the team. And then the last op would just be a hands off of, we taught you. You know, let's see how you do. And the thought behind that was so the really motivated guys can't blow through the pipeline in just a handful of days, because at the end of the day, the whole process should be more of just development, not how fast can you blow through it because you're semi-decent at what you do. So that's, I don't know. It's an interesting kind of concept. We want to make it longer, but not like ridiculously long, but long enough to where guys can't blow through it in just a handful of days.
Yeah, 100%. And as all of you are witnessing right now, this is literally how changes come about. Is like we talk about stuff, we think about stuff, other people bring in ideas, and then it's like, oh, that sounds pretty good, and then it gets either implemented or it doesn't. So like, this is literally how it works in the command team.
Yeah. Like before I took over, Corpsman didn't go through a pipeline or nothing. Literally, it was, if you want to become third class, you studied for the board, and that was it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the corpsman never had to go through it way back when.
Yeah.
It's all honestly terrifying.
Tumon never had deadcoms at one point too. Yeah, that didn't come around until later as well.
Dude, it's terrifying. When I first joined, I was in like other units on like that health. I had it on like weekdays, and some of the units are rough, man. I was really in one that like ranking up was purely time and grade, and it was horrifying. You know, guys that, oh, just because you've been in for 2 months, cool, you're now a sergeant, or you're now a corporal, and that, you know, that makes you a better fucking leader in the unit, I guess. And I remember in this fucking unit, the guy that I was, you know, that was my team leader, that was his whole shtick, was he was just in the unit for a couple months and he became a sergeant, but he was the most dog shit team leader I've ever had in Arma. Dude was high off his balls the entire time. Just didn't know where he was, didn't know what to do, zero tactical awareness. And then like next day he was promoted to sergeant. I was like, what the fuck is going on? And I left that unit very fast after that, because if that's the standard they have, then I don't want to be there. And I don't know, it's just rough. I can't stand units that do that. Just, oh, you're in for a couple months, sure, you can be leader.
We've had that question posed to us quite a few times throughout the years. And I don't think it's the fault of the individual because of them coming from other units or coming out of the actual military. I think the issue truly stems from, we just don't have like a member crisis. Like if the unit in a perfect world had 300 people and 100 of them were active every single weekend, I would probably implement a time and grade requirement because it would make sense. We would have so many guys, but we don't. We don't have that issue, so it's just not. It's not something that's needed here, and it also just doesn't make sense for the effort of like, just because you've been here for a year doesn't mean you're a good leader. That has no bearing on it whatsoever. We had a guy in here for 3 years who was a total shitbag, you know.
Yeah.
But like time and grade doesn't mean anything in Milsim. To me personally, unless you're a unit that reaches those absurd member caps, like if you're the 7th or the 15th Mew, where they have hundreds or thousands of players in several servers, that's not an issue here. You know, in the future, do I hope we have that issue? Sure, that'd be awesome. I'd love to run an actual company-sized element, like a real 100-man operation. That'd be cool as fuck. But right now we're working with 60 total and 30 to 40 active on the weekend, so it's not really necessary right now. Rip comms whenever we get that big.
We get that big, it's gonna be a nightmare.
Oh yeah,
Odds will be just fine. I got my time in rolling. You know, I ever fucking tell you that I got fucking like experience running like comms shit at a company fucking level in a different unit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I remember you talking about it.
Yeah, it shouldn't be too bad. Shouldn't be too bad at all.
I remember when we accidentally became a company-sized element during a joint training we were invited to.
Oh god,
Everybody
that
just
shit
took
was
over.
funny. That was
White
funny.
took over the entire medical section. I took over the entire attack company, and Yogi took over their entire comm section, and Dubs took over their entire air wing. Mind you, we were invited, and there were 3 or 4 other units present. And we somehow ended up becoming in charge because all of their leadership rage quit or stepped away or some nonsense. Yeah, hate when I accidentally become a company-sized unit. Dude, that's what it was. That op was also insane. It was so dumb. But I can't lie, I loved it. I loved having like 3 platoons to like go here, do this, and then Yogi's over there like saying his fucking Egyptian wizard.
Yeah, that show's a nightmare for me.
I was playing Warno. I was just playing Warno in Armor 3, 100%. It was just Broken Arrow for me.
Trying to
That shit
keep
was
track
so
of all the
fucking lit.
medical personnel who I do not know.
Yeah, nuts.
Yeah.
Dude, oh my god, and they loved our little like formation shit, dude. They were like, "What? Y'all form up all the time?" Like, yeah. Don't you? It was fucking funny.
I've been around a lot of units. The vast majority don't.
Yeah, they mostly just get in a single line, right? Like just get behind your squad leader or something.
No, it's tactical blob.
Oh.
They just tactically school circle around around the CO or whoever is fucking leading the unit, or leading the operation, and they just kind of do it like that, and it's rough. It's because you can't organize shit that way. You don't know who's who. You don't know who's where. And you got to try and figure shit out, but you fucking can't because everyone's just fucking dicking around.
Yeah. Fucking A Booker. All right, I think we've touched on this one long enough.
Yep.
Oh fuck.
How many more questions you want to do, Cap?
I wanna do 1 or 2 more, and I'll see where we are. Because I don't want to be in the habit of going over like an hour and a half. So I just want to see where we're at by then.
This question is asking about the entire past 4 years of in-unit lore.
No.
or of like unit in world lore. So if you want to quickly
quick summary.
Scrub over book 1 and book 2.
So I'm gonna do this real easy. So the in-unit lore / history, the unit works off of books, and the books are separate universes, is the easiest way to explain it. All of it takes place within that year, but they're separate universes. Now that doesn't mean that like your veteran service ribbons don't mean anything. It's just that's your recognition as a member who was present to those, like to that campaign and that operation. It just means that, you know, we don't have some random continuous 4-year story, and now we have to just keep fighting the PLA for 4 years. No, we do that on purpose so that we can be dynamic and creative. Anyway, book 1 was the unit going into an operation to figure out why World War III is popping off. The French were bad guys, the Germans were semi-bad guys, the Russians were obviously the enemy, the Livonians were in it. It was a whole bunch of shit. We were super spread thin, we had minimal assets, the whole shebang. And essentially there was an entity group called Entity 7 that was controlling everything, and we had to go in, figure it out. And we ended up figuring out who it was. We narrowed down who it was. We killed the members of Entity 7. I got kidnapped at the very final mission and was killed. And members of the unit looted my body. It was glorious. Love that for me. And then the second book, which we just finished recently, was essentially the unit going back to GWAT for 2 to 3 months. And then it went from that to full scale. And then full scale to break time to getting Pearl Harbor to the PLA war that lasted a year and a half. And then that book ended with us blowing up half of China's nukes in their facilities and reducing the, carbon emissions of the planet by 10%. It was pretty lit. And now we're into the new book, which is being currently worked on by previously Crow and now Foon and Skaggs. So yeah, that's about a good general summary between the 2 previous books and the current 3rd book that the unit is actually working on. There you go.
Anybody else?
No. He summed it up pretty good.
Yeah.
All right, let's get next one. How was the unit founded, and what was the reason why? Because he fucking wanted to.
Kind of already
Oh,
answered that.
hang on. Yeah, we already answered that one, but also I didn't see Shadow's question. Does a campfire reading stream of all the books on Christmas Eve with voice acting and everything? Bruh.
I don't know if we got that production value.
I don't think we have that kind of production value. Bro, I pitched you the fucking 5-10 minute mini movie series idea a year ago. Just do that. I will literally be there to write you the script, you monkey. Yeah, stop being kidnapped by your fucking government. I don't know what to tell you, man. Yeah, Wesman, I don't know why we're so good at predicting world events.
It's because I'm the fucking sleeper.
The
ape,
unit
and then I just copy and
is
the ideas to the president.
Yeah, right. We just prep early. Hang on. When did I need to check this to be sure?
We started doing cartel shit a week
Way
before.
Yeah.
The event
the events occurred.
Got smoked, and then 2 weeks ago. There's Iranians helping them, and then what happened 10 days ago? We're attacking the Iranians.
Hey, we're just really good at our jobs in S5. But
Dude,
also,
they're copying us.
Fun fact for everybody who doesn't know, the unit is technically 6 days older than the war in Ukraine. The unit was founded on February 16th of 2022.
That is crazy.
The war in Ukraine started February 24th of 2022. Or not 6 days, 8 days. So, yeah, we out here. We're just really good at our job. Anyway, next question.
I will say this: we are the new Simpsons.
Yeah.
Nah, dude, they're copying us.
Yeah. Lisa Logaib! Okay. Oh my god.
Oh,
Pentagon, that's what on S5. We're just being monitored. They're like, oh, that's a really good idea. Then they just do it.
shit,
Yeah.
that'd be fun as fuck, right, guys?
Trump is secretly in the unit,
That would be crazy.
or he has
I'm the greatest NCO. The only NCO.
There it is.
INJP no one. Unless they deserve it or they're illegal. Anyway. Next question.
Gross. Would you rather wear wet socks all day or wear wet gloves all day? Wet gloves. Next question.
Wet gloves. Yeah.
Gloves.
Am I wearing
Gloves.
shoes too?
Does it
Sure.
say-
Ace, there's only one answer, and it's gloves.
He said, "I want to be worse."
You don't want wet socks all day. That
Yeah.
will
I want
fuck your
your
feet up
pee-pee.
horribly.
I mean, it's not like I don't already like know what it's like. I play football, so
No,
my
it's
cleats get
it's
pretty
bad.
Wet.
All
It's
day.
it's called.
All
Okay.
hours, not all day. I mean,
Yeah,
like
but
16
if you
hours.
think about it though,
18 hours.
you're when you take off your I mean, I don't have to go walking. Nothing says I have to go walking.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
You have
It's
wet socks on. You're fine.
it's something called swamp foot, and it is extremely fucking painful.
Can that not like fuck up your hands too?
It will, but not as bad.
I would rather
Yeah.
my hands be fucked up than my fucking feet.
Yes.
Yeah, but then you can game.
Next question.
Yeah, I don't want to listen to Ace be wrong anymore. Okay.
Yeah, you're bringing about points.
Wrong.
Next,
You're wrong.
are we
You
going to
could
have
be
a
wrong.
jet squad? All I can imagine is the fucking like the clone jet troopers.
Oh hell yeah, dude!
Yeah. No jet squad. Next.
And they have like the fucking cannons. Yeah. OG Battlefront 2 players know what I'm talking about.
Okay, next, Scotch or whiskey?
I like whiskey, preferably.
I
As
would.
a person who recently turned 21, I've only had whiskey, so I only have one choice.
I will say Scotch, just because I get too much whiskey, I get violent.
Fucking White goes
Okay.
through fucking a PTSD episode, bro. That shit sucks. The war.
Dubs?
Fuck. Dubs? Say Dubs, come on. Scotch or whiskey? Come on.
Not
Wake up.
even in here.
Yeah, he is. He's in the audience. He's being a little gay boy. Come on. Wiki wiki.
Uh,
Come here, boy.
No, he's
Scotch.
Here. He's,
Scotch, okay.
and I don't drink. So
Good, he's gay.
Yay.
So it's the older guys are Scotch, the younger guys are whiskey, and then Yogi's just no one.
A virgin.
He's a girl.
He's a virgin. Unless you have Connie
Ace-
Nightshade.
Ace, I don't want to hear you.
No,
be-
no, sir.
Ace,
No,
I
no,
don't want to hear
anyway.
you talk shit. You're like, bro, I got fucked up. I might start lemonade.
Oh my god.
Oh,
hey, Nightshade. Anyway.
Crazy.
All right,
Okay.
we've read him out of this.
Yep,
Yeah,
yep,
leave
sorry,
that
sorry.
alone.
Separate universe. Anyway.
Yeah, different world.
Next question. Come on.
Don't say that. I forget.
I
Okay.
didn't say anything.
Okay. All right. Next question.
Ow, fuck.
Bank account details needed for a friend.
Go to my 13th Me Milsim Patreon. Thank you. Next.
Next one is...
The 13th is poor and I pay taxes. Let's go.
Yeah.
That's still fucked up how you pay taxes.
Yeah, dude. Because we earn over 600 in a year, which is the minimum, which is stupid. I love my K99 forms.
I mean, could you like?
Oh,
And
for
it's
those
a-
who are watching and haven't heard of it, apologies, Ace. Because I do pay taxes, according to the federal government, I am a professional gamer. Thank you.
Couldn't you
Okay.
like? Couldn't you like kind of like not strategize it, but kind of line it up to where people would only donate up to 600? You'd be like, stop donating. I'll take your money later, or something like that.
That sounds like a pain in the ass. I'll be honest.
Next question.
Just a thought.
What recommendations or ideas does Command have concerning the current state of new member experience? Are there any alterations or improvements that could be made?
So I will say this: most of the ideas and stuff that we've implemented. If there's any other ideas that you guys have, let us know.
Yeah. At this point, I feel like what gets a person to stay is that we're their type of unit, and then if they leave, it's just because we're not their type of unit, or for whatever reason. Because I mean, we don't interact with them brand new people too much. Discords and VCs, yeah, but in op, kind of, it doesn't happen too often.
Yeah, we don't have a reason to, you know.
Yeah, so their interactions with other people is mostly their team members and team leads and junior, their first line leaders. So it kind of is based off of that. So it's kind of up to them to kind of give the impression of the unit, because they're the first people they usually meet and most people they talk to.
That's the issue of the politics of it, though. Like, I agree with Ace 100%, and that's the issue with like the political side of like Milsim is like, because no one's forced to do anything. You willingly submit yourself to like your quote unquote punishments or chain of command. Like, anybody could just get up and leave at any point. The reality of it is, we as command should not, in a Milsim sense, get involved super often with a private PFC Lance Corporal. NCOs, kind of, sort of, but sergeants and up for sure, every now and then. And that's just for the sake of Milsim, because it's not our jobs to police all of those lower enlisted guys, because that pulls away from the experience of people who are NCOs, where that is the job that they wanted, and that's what they're doing. So if we get all involved all the time, the NCOs are going to have an issue with that. But if we don't get involved, enough of the time, the lower enlisted are going to feel like they just aren't people, or they're not heard by the command team. And it's like that weird political balance of like, not enough mil for my sim or too much mil sim. And then that all circles back to our favorite word that we say all the time is the nature of the beast, which is, we've had fuckers join the unit and say in very serious, this unit is too hardcore. This is too much. You guys form up and you do attendance reporting that takes like 5 minutes instead of 3 hours or days, because people don't want to like just mark down who's here. That's too serious. And then you have other guys who are like, oh, your SMEACs aren't 15 pages long every single week, and they don't talk about like the absolute, like the sheer volume of cum that's coming out of the enemy's droplets from a whole battalion of elements. Like, this is not enough mil for my sim. You guys are too lackadaisical. I promise you guys, I am not over exaggerating. I promise everyone who is listening in the audience and in the podcast, I'm not over exaggerating. We've had both sides of the spectrum, and it's really dumb, but also super funny.
How many pages are SMEACs usually, or in real life, Cap?
Depending on the unit. I mean, when I was at school and we would write mock-up SMEACs for FTXs and stuff, I remember a SMEAC that I had was 13 pages long. And that was your whole, like, the situation, mission, like all of that stuff. Enemy, environment, weather, terrain, because obviously in real life, all of that little stuff matters, but it doesn't. It doesn't here. It's Milsim. It's a video game,
I will say this: the smacks that I've seen are usually between 17 to 35 pages.
Yeah, and someone was wanting us to have our SMEACs be that big. That's why I brought it up.
Yeah. No, I'm sorry, but those things, I only read the highlights. The rest of the fucking shit is useless. You fall asleep reading those fuckers. Because a lot of the stuff doesn't pertain to you. It's a lot of useless information. Yes, there is a lot of good information, but it's also full of useless information too. And that's like one of the reasons why we don't do join ops, is because either the units are fucking super serious, or they're jokes. So
it's really hard to find the same mindset in a unit.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
The easiest way to do it would just be to go in with no expectation. Just assume they're dumb. Just assume they don't know anything. Which is super fucked up, but that's kind of like... There's a reason why we don't do join ops anymore. Because we always somehow ended up being in charge, or we would be there and the unit would fall apart from internal politics, and it's like, okay, goodbye. We're not dealing with this. Oh my goodness.
I remember the one meeting where I fucking shut down that other medical person.
Yeah.
That shit was funny.
Can I come over? No. We don't need that. Fuck. All right. Next question. I think we can get another question in. One or two more.
Okay, let's see here. From the same person, is there any room for more ceremonial or otherwise formal events where we can recognize members for achievement, to commemorate retirements of long-standing, impactful members, etc.? I have observed that we seem to feel much more cohesive and bonded when we utilize those settings and demonstrate another aspect of our unit's dedication to our community on the whole.
I'll tell you guys the same thing that I said when Commander was reviewing all these privately. And you kind of run into the same issue that we just talked about, where you can only have so many events to the point where, one, you have people who come to the unit and they don't care about anything ceremonial wise. Like, and if that's their mindset, as long as they're a good member, so be it. A body's a body. They meet the expectations. That's fine. I'm not going to force somebody to care if they don't, right? That just doesn't make sense. So you have that. And then obviously there's the other side of it that completely agrees that like we should have some sort of other ceremonial like expectation or standard. And me personally, I can't. I alone currently. I would love to hear from the audience or from anybody else really, like what other ceremonies you would think of, because between once every 2 to 3 months we hold an official unit ceremony for ribbon awards and possible promotions, stuff like that, and that occurs once every, again, 2 to 3 months. Once a year we have Oddman's Memorial Ceremony, which is a super big, super important event that the unit takes very seriously. It's probably one of the few times that we are like, no joke, no fucking around. If you fuck around, you're just gonna get kicked from the unit, right? Outside of that, I don't know what else we could really implement that it would still be like a fair dynamic to the rest of the community, especially on Arma 3. Like some things are just not like possible on Arma 3, so it's just super dependent on what ceremonial things that we would be speaking on realistically. That's all I've got.
I pretty much hit the nail on the head.
Yeah, the only other thing I could think of is just do GWIs ever more frequently. But that's we already had a problem in the past. Yeah, but I mean, well, I remember we had a whole debate a while ago before we made it 2 months about people saying, "Oh, it's too soon. Oh, it's too late." So we've already been through that whole.
It's too much admin. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're already at a good balance, in my opinion.
Yeah. So it's really not much.
I would love it. I would love more ceremonies. I'm not against it whatsoever. It's just I have to always remember as a CO, I have to embody that balance for the regular player versus the hardcore player. I always have to keep that balance, and I can't just like, oh, by the way, we have like 2 or 3 other mandatory ceremonies and they're going to be on these offset days, or hey, we can't do this off or this training because we have this ceremony that no one really gives a fuck about, but we wanted to add more and I'm not saying fully this, fully that, not to shit on the idea. I don't have any ideas myself. Again, I open this to anyone watching the podcast or anyone within the audience in the future, in here or even in 13th chat. I'd be interested to hear what you guys would think, and get some feedback on with your other fucking like squad mates, teammates, Gorman, whatever, everyone. But that's my piece on it. Does anyone else have anything else to add to that one?
No.
I think I'm good.
All right.
No, not really.
I like the events we have. I think they're relatively well spaced out. but they're not so far apart. They're just far enough apart where people can get excited for the fun GWI events, but they'd be fucking draining if you had to do them like every month or like every other week or something.
Yeah, to add on the point about Cap kind of doing the balance and stuff, I know some people, maybe not a whole lot, but there's some people out there who don't give a shit about the ceremonies and all that. They're just here to do the ops and trainings, and that's it. They don't
Show up,
do it
shoot shit, and
for the-
leave, and that's perfectly fine.
And that is perfectly
Yeah.
fine.
So and that's kind of what you mean, like the casual, I guess, players or whatever. They're not into the whole Milsim thing. They're just here to shoot shit in a orderly fashion, I guess, if you want to call it
Yep.
I request I could. I I wish I could do casual.
that.
Not you. You're
Nope,
cooked.
nope.
Shoot shit in an orderly fashion. Yeah, that's actually good. That's actually good. I like that. Shit ace. All right, next question. We'll do one more question. How many questions do we have after this next one, Yogi?
I think
We
like
have
one.
2 more total.
Oh, let's just finish it out. Let's just finish it out. We can do it all in one go. I prefer that.
Okay.
That way this doesn't
the-
take away from the guests next time.
Both of these should be pretty. Or first one should be pretty quick because the second one should be a good one to end it on. All right, first one. It took me most of a year to get run over by Demon. How many times have you tasted their treads?
Once.
0.
I think 0 for
Well-
me. I remember they killed or they smoked Marcuzzi or somebody. That was kind of funny.
A few
They kept
because
one of their own guys.
a lot of times I'm working on somebody and Demon's not paying attention, and they run us over.
Well, I say one for real, and maybe a couple other times because I was like next to their vehicle, not like, and they went forward, and I guess I was just too close, and it pulled me down with. them
Oh,
for
like it
some reason.
technically rolled you over even though you weren't really next to
Yeah,
it.
I was we'd be like parallel to one another, and they go forward, and I just get run over for some fucking reason. Arm bullshit, so I don't
Yeah.
really
Sort of
count that.
desync hitbox issue.
Yeah, some armor bullshit, so I don't really count that. I've only ever been ran over one time.
Whenever command
Truly
gets ran
wrong.
over, we'll just firing line on Wesman in the future. All right,
Alright.
next question.
Last one is tell a situation from a campaign that you still can't believe got pulled off or / happened.
For me, the video we are watching on my screen share, like this. For those who don't know, this Arma cinematic, like we had to. It's kind of like a real world event thing. The things that I was telling Shadow when he made it at the time, we had to pull a bunch of shit out because nobody would fucking believe it. Like in here, there's a whole scene in this clip from this operation of Riptide getting shot down, stealing an enemy MiG, flying it back to base, and getting back in an F-35 and going back into the air. Fucking pulling an actual Maverick.
Literally Top Gun 2.
And then
Before
landed,
the movie came out, by the way.
Before the movie
Wait.
came out.
landed at our base and then let a different pilot take it up.
Yeah.
Well, didn't he
Fucking-
steal it?
Nuts. But yeah, like the video I'm watching, the Battle for Lithium, on our other YouTube, the 13th Me and Milsim YouTube. Please go watch it. It is super fun, super eventful. Yeah, I think it was probably one of our like craziest operations ever, where, you know, essentially 9 Marines were stuck behind enemy lines from a force recon that they did on Thursday. The day of op, they get teleported over to that fob where they were stuck at, and the rest of the unit has to fight their way to those 9 Marines stuck at the fob. Absolutely insane. I did not think the squad was going to survive, even during the operation. It was fucking nuts. Crazy to me. I'm so glad that we had the time for Shadow to like make this like a cinematic. A close follow-up to this would definitely be the Pearl Harbor incident for the unit, but I'll let everyone else say their piece. So Dubs White Yogi Ace.
The Pearl Harbor, that was fun.
God.
Go ahead, Dubs.
Let's see. Not necessarily pulled off, but I still can't believe happened. Intercepting a fucking PLA tank at 6,000 meters.
Oh yeah.
That's pretty funny.
I'd be advised. 1 times bogey. Fucking. What the fuck?
1 times bogey up at your flight level. It's a tank. Excuse you?
Reminds me
Run
of
run that by me again.
It reminds me of that bullshit where fucking soccer. You were like, I have 1,
Oh,
2,
Jesus
3, 4, and
Christ.
5. I have 6, 7 contacts. Soccer over the radio immediately. 6, 7. in the middle of a fucking op.
Immediately.
Fuck, dude.
Fucking absurd, dude.
I didn't. It's not too crazy. But I can't really think of anything else. There's been so many ops I've been a part of, and it's just all blur now. But if it's something in regards to like, oh, I can't believe I pulled it off. This was like early on in the unit. I was a corporal, and this was like winter nymph, and I was squad leading because it was like a Christmas op, or not Christmas op, but it was like a not mandatory one, so not a lot of people showed up, and so squad leading kind of fell to me. And enemy Corps F showed up in helicopters, and I had an M136, and I shot one out of the sky with an M136. So yeah, that was pretty cool. I've done that twice. I did it 1 time in training, but that's training, so that doesn't count. And then that op, I was pretty amazed I was able to pull that shot off. So I guess that counts for the question.
What was the exact question again?
What is a situation, or tell a situation in a campaign or an op that you still can't believe happened or you guys pulled off?
So during an op, I was running around trying to find people because there was mass cast going on, and we had short corpsmen, and Dubs was Zeusing, and he actually shot me, picked me up, and fucking almost had my fucking POW, but then you guys had to fucking save my ass. I was like, fuck.
I was like, you're coming with me, little boy.
Yeah.
Come here.
And the entire time, everybody was like, I kept saying, I want my POW, I want my POW. Everybody was like, no, you're not getting it, just because there's not enough corpsmen. And then Dubs almost had it for me.
Fucking Yogi's ultimate fucking crash out when I got him.
Dude. Oh yeah. And I'll be honest, I wasn't even mad at y'all. I was mad at Marcuzzi for being the most incompetent piece of shit I've ever fucking seen.
Yeah, it's clear. No, it's not.
Marine Corps.
I have a couple like small ones that were crazy. The one and only time I like pretty much told Tumai, like, hey, level it. Like, we're getting shit on. Take care of it. It was just there was the fucking last hop on Tanoa where I looked back and I was like, oh, there's only one guy down. We can take this town. I like run up to a house, get a quick view of the town, run back, whole squad's down. I'm like, all right, well, bunch ain't doing shit. I think Comanche's fucking dead too. This town's dying, and that's about how that went.
Oh yeah, that last up on Tanoa, yeah, that just throw that whole thing in there. That was something.
Yeah, that
4 hours.
That was a crazy last
4
stop.
hours of an AC-130 just going ham.
Getting EMP, losing comms, reconnecting comms, fighting over a mountain, into a valley, into a city, into a facility, into the fucking bushes. Oh my god.
Absolutely.
It was a lot. It was a lot.
Say what you will about the PLA, they make shit fucking spicy.
Shit. There was one op. It was probably the 13th op or something of Tanoa, where one squad was flown down to like a smaller island to go kill it real quick, and then was flown back, and I went with them to give them air support, and just general support in general.
Was this the one where Shogun got shot down?
No. So. No. So. Fuck, what happened here? Soccer was flying the Super. So we got dropped off in the Warhorse originally, but we were picked up in the Super, which is way less seats. So when it came to pick us up, the Super was full, and I was there.
Oh,
on my own. However,
I know what's about to.
straight problem-solving brain. I was like, "Hey, Soccer, lower the rescue hoist." So he drops the fucking rope that is used to pick up like HVTs off of buildings, and I rode the fucking rope back to the fucking AO, which was like a 2-click, 3-click flight. Every single person in the bird was like, "Can we do this?" I was like, "Oh, it's happening." So we're gonna deal with it. And that's just straight problem solving that I hope I can train Booker to fucking do, because shit like that it's not taught. To be honest, it's just can you problem solve that weird of a fucking issue. Shit was goofy as hell, but it worked. It absolutely worked. I got back totally fine.
Raging hard on.
Not that other thing wasn't in op, but it was back on when we had Wake as our fucking training map. What is it? Soccer used to like pinnacle land on the fucking side of the S6 tower and drop me off instead of just landing on the ground. That was like, it wasn't like a one-off. That was a regular occurrence. He would just do that. And then on that same op where we got attacked on Wake Island, he came and picked me up. We were there doing a training, and I was Soccer come pick me up, and he just knew. He flung around the tower, pinnacle landing. I got in the fucking side door, and we were all good. It was like he could do it the entire fucking time and didn't need any fucking training on it. It was perfect.
The thing that
I think the last honorable mention, when it comes to the fucking like ops we pulled off. Quick honorable mention. I love Snake Island. I love that op
that was hell.
so hard, and I'll be honest.
Veebs,
Because of
small,
Veebs.
we'll be done in 10 minutes.
yeah.
Because of Veebs.
We were
20
not done
minutes,
in 10
right?
minutes.
No.
I still remember the fucking image you put in there. Just of. Or sorry, it was the fucking screenshot. You were like, yeah, sure, and then he put the Thanos.
Shadow, literally exactly.
Yeah, that's exactly how it was. In and out. 7 days later, we almost died.
Dude, I remember in like the first 30 seconds, like TC got killed. I think he was squad leading too. I was like, oh fuck! I ground committed the fucking op too, so that wasn't fun.
I was getting so pissed off on that op. I was requesting Lenbei to fucking APK individual people.
That op, we actually had enough corpsmen for the op.
And almost hit death count.
And almost hit death count.
Yeah, crazy
like,
op.
I actually had a surplus of corpsmen, and we had a roaming mass cast response team. That op.
And still almost hit death count.
Yeah.
I think I used up all of my 40 mics in like
Everybody
span
check
of
chat.
5 minutes.
Oh, there it
Check
is.
chat right now.
Yep.
Oh yeah, there it is.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
He was not enthused.
It was not 20 minutes.
I will say this: the one op that I still can't believe happened was the last op of the book that we just finished. I never expected to fucking pull a nuke.
A price again.
Yeah. And the only reason why I gotta do it is because I was the highest ranking person there.
Yeah, dude, there was a bunch of fucking like E8s and E7s like, who's gonna do it? Who's gonna do it? And I was like, wait a minute, there's a fucking ensign in there. Make him pull the fucking lever.
Yeah.
And our fault.
Oh, all of China's nukes just got turned on themselves. What? Kills
By
1
a
million people.
by a doctor.
By a battlefield doctor.
Good old Corpsman. Officially now, technically in unit lore history, the Corpsmen have the highest KD ratio of any other element.
Yep.
I gotta kill
Wild.
Pleb every time I see him until it equals out.
Fuck. I just thought of two other moments. So when we got, we were all around for the old server, the host Havoc days or whatever server issuer we used.
God.
And anytime Tuma wanted to drop anything bigger than 500 pounds, it was a gamble. So we got switched over to the God Box, to Stu's server and whatnot, and we did like a small little, I guess, mini op, whatever. Basically, with the full intention of stress testing the server, and everything was going perfectly well. No drops, nothing. Everyone was running Minty, and I think Caprizus in that one, or was somebody else?
I think it was Cyber.
I think it was
Or
Cyber.
was it Cyber?
Yeah.
Yeah, he plopped down. I got on the 6.5. I was like, Cyber, plop down just an absolute fuckload of shit. Put him down, and I said to Yogi, I was like, hey, we've been running Minty this whole time. Let's drop something new. He's like, what's up? I was like, we have these great things called cluster munitions.
Oh yeah.
And his POV from afterwards, him and Bandit just giggling like fucking schoolgirls.
We didn't even see it. We just heard it.
You just heard it. You didn't see it, but you could fucking hear it.
My exact quote was, "I love my fucking job."
Just giggling like fucking schoolgirls.
Because
And
that dropping a fucking cluster will never get old.
And then the other one, which is not like a singular moment, but it's just an ongoing thing. Getting yogied. Just the ever expanding list of getting yogied.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Love it.
Tuma shot something down, and now it's crashing into me. How the fuck?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Ace is on that list.
Yep.
I was almost on that list once.
I remember Cap's POV
Alright.
from that. Oh,
Let's-
fuck!
All right, let's bring it back to ending it now because we're going in circles. Fuck. You guys suck.
This always happens. We have a lot to
No.
talk about.
I know.
Mhm.
Every time. I blame Wesman. Anyway,
Yeah, wasn't it?
Agree.
let's get the wheel out. Share your screen, Mr. White. Get the wheel. Wheel of cum.
Huh?
Huh?
What?
All right.
Shut up, Wesman. Anyway.
Oh.
Ace, what do you got?
Yeah, you little 3-4. Shadow, you're next.
Filthy 3-4.
Hold on one
let's
second.
do-
Oh.
Let's do Esmond.
Oh.
Wesman. Okay.
Even on this fucking list?
Probably not. Need to update it.
Just put him right under Reed.
Yeah.
No, you got to do what I did to Veebs. Just put Veebs, and then the other one is literally anybody else, and it still didn't land on Veebs.
Right.
Even when I like messed with the settings to give Veebs a bigger fucking piece of the pie, and he still lost.
Yeah.
Fucking funny as fuck.
And now
Alright,
he's
so
in
you've got
command, so it doesn't matter.
Wesman. Yogi, who do you got?
Again.
I know who's gonna say.
I want Shogun on here. He'd be funny.
All right, Shogun.
All right.
White.
Let's go with Mattis.
Oh, you're never gonna get that fucker on.
That dude is not wrong, bro. But good luck, Dubs.
Just so he could stop crying wolf and saying racism, Shadow. Put Shadow on the list.
He'll always say racism. It's his only crutch. All right.
Yeah, you're right.
Rocks.
Rocks.
You don't even have rocks.
Yep.
I'm gonna go for more. I
More.
like more. Yeah, I'll
Oh,
do
yeah.
more.
All right.
He's edgy.
More's funny.
Let's see what we get. Let's see what we
He's
get.
edgy.
Is
That's
he
right.
more or less
Spin
edgy than
that
Ace?
wheel.
Canocock.
Cannabis.
Oh,
man.
Man.
Oh,
cannabis.
Shit. Get it.
Will he be back from the? Rig?
Yes,
You
actually.
know.
I actually think he will be, because this is technically the second week, so by the time we hold the next podcast, he'll be back.
Gotta be back. I miss my boy.
Woohoo. Miss my EOD
Jeez.
boy.
White screenshot it.
Yep.
We gotta spin for the backup. Spin for the.
Spin for the back up.
All right.
Oh, who got that cookie?
What?
What?
And
So
the
you can get
backup
that
will be.
Connor.
Look at that.
Let's go.
Backup will be Connor. Connor boy. Connor smells.
Connor Cock. It's Cano Cock and Connor Cock.
Cano honor cock.
All
The
right.
wheel is for people we pick to bring as guests onto the next podcast. Okay. With that being said, it has been an hour and some change.
Hour and a
Thank
half
you
on the
to the
dot.
audience who has stuck around to the very end. And thank you for those who are currently watching the podcast through the stream. I appreciate you guys listening in and hearing the units updates and just us fucking blab about random shit for an hour. That's really all I've got for you guys. You have a good night, good day. See you this weekend. Rock Hill Eat Babies. Like, subscribe, and all that fun stuff.
All right.